What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're back at Dealers Auto Auction here in Oklahoma City for another walk around and maybe even a few test drives. Let's jump into this video today and see what we find. So we're going to start this video out with repossessions. I call this Repo Row, kind of like Skid Row, but for repossessions. And the scary thing is, this is the most repossessions I've seen from one company ever. So when people tell you the market's crashing, they're not actually lying to you. You guys have heard me tell you many times that there are some YouTubers out there getting a lot of clicks by telling you that the sky is falling. And in some cases, that's just not true. Like when YouTubers are telling you that there are no cheap cars left, they don't exist, not at any auctions, nowhere. Cheap cars don't exist. Guys, I can find cheap cars all day, every day. I've got a yard full of cheap cars. Maybe not the cars that most dealers would want to sell, and maybe not the kind of cars that most of you would want to drive, but there are cheap cars if somebody's desperate enough to buy one. Now, with that said, you'll see a lot of YouTubers telling you that the market is crashing, the economy's collapsing. They're absolutely right. I will not dispute that one bit. I see it every single week, and this week is the worst I have ever seen on Repo Row. All of these cars belong to one company, and that is the Key. This is a local company. All right, they're a pretty big car dealer out here, but even being a big car dealer, seeing this many cars is absolutely insane. I've already walked through these rows and verified that all of these cars belong to the same company, and it ends with this one. As soon as you get over here to, it ends with this one, because as you can see, this one right here even says right on it, the Key. So those cars there begin a whole different finance company. That's a whole nother credit union. Rows, we're going to look at that here in a minute. So why don't we count the ones that are just from the Key, and we'll also see the condition of the cars after they get them back. Here we got a Hyundai Sonata, 2014, 170,000 miles, repossession. And I don't even know, man. This, what, a Toyota Yaris or something? This thing is it's in really rough shape. 2015. Here we've got a 2014 Nissan van. You've got a little Chevy Spark, 2014. We've got a 2015 Nissan Altima. Guys, we're already at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to come back to this one because I'm actually interested in this. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and the last one, 26. 26 cars sitting here from the same place this week. That's concerning. Very, very concerning. And guys, these aren't the only repos, right? I've got a whole nother row of repos right next to these, a whole nother credit union. And then on the front row, you're going to have your typical Santander Consumer. You're going to have Chrysler Capital. You're going to have your GMAC. All your other repos are going to be on the front row. There's a lot of repos to look at in this video. I'm going to try to move relatively quickly, while also trying to look at any that interest me, like this one, a 2014 Lincoln, what is it, an MKX or MK something. They kept changing, MKZ, MKX, MK. This is an MKZ, okay? And this actually looks to be in really nice shape. Forgive the pole that's in the way here, but honestly, not bad. And sub 100,000 miles, it's got good tires. Uh-oh. Oh, I was going to say, please don't be locked. I'm actually kind of interested in this car. I love the color, and these things look like they're relatively comfortable. I don't think I've ever driven one before. Well, go ahead and, wow, the seat is way back. I'm doing like a gangster lean in the seat here. So let's start it up. Make sure it runs, see if we got any warning lights on the dash. Of course, we have power seats, leather interior, a nice kind of ruby color for the paint job. It doesn't smell, which is unusual. I mean, it actually smells pretty decent in here. Looking for the for the tilt wheel. I'd love to adjust this wheel. It's definitely not to my liking. But you got a little infotainment center here with a little Lincoln badge in the center. All, you know, those weird touch screen things, touch controls that I'm not really the biggest fan of, but I mean, it is what it is. You got cup holders, charging port, you've got Microsoft Sync, you got some USB inputs over there. It's got the books and the wheel lock key. That's always important. The only light that I see on the dash is a TPMS light, and the door's ajar. 21.3 miles a gallon average. That's really bad over the last 3,519 miles. Wow. 21 miles a gallon. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's not gonna lie. That's not very good. We have, well, if I could hold on to the key, we have one key. It has remote start. Does it work? No, the key fob is broken. It doesn't feel like it even does anything. Air conditioning is ice cold, and it comes with a full tank of gas. Oh, that has to suck, man. To fill your tank up and then have your car repoed, yeah, I'd be upset. I'd be upset over that. Let's pop the hood. I don't know. The more I'm thinking about this one, the more I'm thinking I probably don't want it, to be honest with you. I assume this is just a naturally aspirated, non-turbo. Uh-oh. What's the deal here, man? It doesn't want to... There we go. Oh, it is turbo. It is an EcoBoost. That's bizarre, man. An EcoBoost that's only getting 20 miles a gallon? What size is it? 2 liter, I assume? Yep, 2.0 liter. Okay. Yeah, you know, honestly, this is one of the better looking Repos that's out here right now. A lot of these are in pretty rough shape. But I think I'm going to pass on this one. Yeah, we're going to walk away from this. I'm going to continue walking down, though, and see if there's anything else that kind of catches my eye. Maybe something I might be interested in bringing to the channel. I do see, is that a Hemi? It is. This Dodge Charger right here I could be interested in. 2012, it's a little bit older. It's got some miles on it. You know, this is one that's probably not going to go for a whole lot of money. It's had some paint work, and they didn't do a very good job. You got exhaust pipes that are bent. It's an RT base model Hemi, 20-inch wheels, white, which hides a lot of the imperfections. I actually really like that. Tires look to be in pretty decent shape. Leather interior, not too shabby. Front tires look to be decent too. Fog light, you know, you just pop that back in there, and there you go. The bumper, it's not really being held on with anything. The grille inserts are missing. Yeah, the gaps here don't look quite right. The hood is closed and you have a massive gap in there. 117,000 miles on the odometer. Let's take a look in the back seat. You know, it's not that bad. It's really not. You got to make some adjustments on the bumper and a couple other little odds and ends, I'm sure, but yeah, overall not bad. And the fact that it doesn't smell like pot or booze, that's a huge plus for me, because a lot of these cars do. There's your good old Hemi 5.7, just a solid motor, man. Even without any modifications, it's just a great motor. It's relatively powerful. You get decent fuel economy. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I like this. Let's see if it starts up. I have no doubt that it'll run just fine. You got nicely bolstered seats. Push to start, even in 2012. Oh, man. Isn't that my luck? Yeah. She is dead as a doornail. Well, that sucks. I was really looking forward to hearing this thing run. All right, well, it is what it is, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and keep this on my watch list anyway. They'll run it on a light. If it's a red light, it'll be as is. They'll tell you whether it runs or not. This is definitely one I'm interested in, so I'm going to keep this one on my list. I'll buy a repo if I can get the right car for the right price. I've got no issue with that. Did we count 26 cars? Because they just threw another one in here. That's 27. It's 27 cars. Wow. And then, like I said, if you move down here, some of these cars we've seen before. These are from a different credit union. And we have, you know, here's one, here's one, here's one. And I'm willing to bet several of these are too. You see these have temp tags on them. So these are all going to be, oh wait, this is also from the Key. So what is that, 28? Is this 28 now? Good Lord. So they mix some of them in down here, guys. This is also from the Key. No joke. We're pushing 30 cars. Still got a temp tag on it, man. From February of 23. Still got a temp tag. You gotta be joking. Here's another one with a temp tag still on it from 8 of 23. So somebody like just bought this and then it just got repoed. This is also from the Key. So we're at least 30 deep now. We're at least 30 deep. All of these cars that you see, almost every single one of these cars that you see from here all the way to the end, that's all one company, guys. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. I mean, repos happen. That's normal. Cars have been getting repoed since people started financing cars. Nothing's new there. It's just the amount of cars that I see being repossessed. That's what's getting really, really concerning to me. What do we got over here? It's another finance company. So almost all of these are going to be repossessions from one company or another. We're looking at repos almost across the board. We looked at this Jetta. Did I call this this is a Golf. This is a Golf GTI. I think I mistook it for I called it a Jetta, I think, and it's a Golf. So my bad. Some of you called me out on it, and yeah, my mistake. I'm looking at these to see, okay, Collateral Solutions. Yeah, that's going to be, that's probably, Collateral Solutions is probably a company. This is also Collateral Solutions. So these are probably companies that bought out the notes that the people didn't pay. So instead of the loan company going through all the hoops of filing court cases and everything, they just sold the notes to another company, and that company took them over, and you know, obviously they got the cars back. So good for them. Good for them. If you're not going to pay for your car, I'm a firm believer that the car needs to go back to where it came from. It's not fair that you don't pay for a car and then you keep it and keep racking up miles as well. So there's a lot of repos, guys. I mean, it's almost unnatural, the amount of repos that we're seeing out here. So yes, I'll be the first one to admit the economy cannot be in very good shape if this many people are getting their cars taken from them. You know, this means that people are either losing their jobs or the cost of living has gone up so substantially that people just cannot afford to pay for this kind of stuff anymore. And it's really sad, but it's the truth. Unless you've got a really solid income, things change on a dime. My mortgage, when I bought my house, I built a house brand new about, I don't know, 2 years ago. And my payment was $1,250 a month for a $250,000 house. I am at a fixed 30-year, thank God. I'm a fixed 30-year, 3%. And I always pay damn near double my mortgage. Well, this year, something changed. I got a notification that property taxes had increased. The cost of my insurance premiums had increased. Well, guess what? That means my mortgage went from $1,250 a month up to $2,500. My mortgage doubled because of property taxes and insurance premiums. Everything has gone up. I go to the grocery store, $300 every single time for food that just a couple years ago didn't cost me more than $150. Yes, it's real. And unless you have a decent income, people just can't afford that. You cannot afford to have the cost of everything that you need, everything that you own, double in price and expect to still be able to pay for it when you're making the same amount of money. It doesn't work that way, man. Not for the majority of America. It doesn't work that way. Anyway, I'm not here to rant. I'm not here to complain. I'm just saying, you know, it is, and I hate this saying, but it is what it is. It's no joke. Things are rough for a lot of people, and the proof is in the pudding when you come out here and you look at the dealer auction and you see a ton of repossessions rolling through here every week, it reminds you how bad things really are for a lot of people. All right, we're gonna continue walking around. I was gonna look at this little BMW, but it's just a 320, so I'm not all that interested in that one. And we've got some of the normal stuff, you know, the small Cadillacs and lots of Kias and things of that nature. Here's something you don't see every day though. How many of you remember these cars? The Chrysler Sebring. Wow, man. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. I actually had one back in the day. Mine was white. It was a convertible. I had actually just bought it from the Key. God, I don't even know how long ago that was. We're talking way back. I bought it from the Key, and my wife at the time wrecked it. She wrecked it bad. She crossed into oncoming traffic, and she hit a truck and its trailer, and it ripped the front end off. And I remember when I got the car back, everything was melted over here because there's a battery hidden somewhere in the bumper, and when the trailer hit the bumper, the battery exploded and acid went everywhere. I mean, there was corrosion all over the place. It was totaled pretty quickly. She totaled a lot of cars. She was a really bad driver. Like, I'm not, looking back, I'm surprised we were able to even carry insurance at all, as many wrecks as she had. She told me that the reason for the accident was pretty simple. She needed something out of her purse. Her purse was on the floorboard in the passenger side, and she was digging around in her purse and whoops, crossed the center line on a 2-lane road and hit a pickup truck carrying a trailer. Yep, she's lucky that, you know, she's alive. Crossing the center line, you know, at a high rate of speed limit's like 55 miles an hour. Yeah, a lot of people don't come back from that. So thankfully, you know, nobody was hurt, just an insurance claim, because things could have surely been worse. Those were not good times, guys. We couldn't have anything nice back then, man, because it was going to get totaled immediately. All right, let's see what else we got here. I love this. See, here's all the repos. I told you guys, we're back to all the repos, and here we go. I mean, we're already in a line of them. All Santander 2018 F-150 STX model. It's a good looking truck, man. Really is. Probably a 2.7. Let's take a peek at the interior. I mean, this is, I think, about as base model as you get. Maybe not, because it's got a decent screen in it. Ooh, boy, ooh, that smell. That's not good. It's got the work truck floor. I actually like that. I like that a lot. It's so easy to clean and maintain. This is not a bad looking truck at all. What's the mileage on this? 82,000. And right next to it, we've got a 2018 with 90,000. This is an XLT. Yeah, it's not too bad. I love this blue color too. This blue color is really nice. Whoop. There we go. The camera kind of went sideways on y'all. I don't know what it did that for. This one actually smells reasonable. It's a little on the filthy side in here, but not too bad. Decent sized screen. Audio system sounds phenomenal in this. Ooh, what's that noise? Yeah, I don't know. It could just be an accessory. I don't like that though. I don't like that at all. Moving on, GMC Sierra 2019, also a repo. And we got a 2019 Toyota Camry, pretty smashed up in the front. And you see that a lot on these repossessions as well. They start going up for repo, man, and something happens to them and they always get smashed. I don't understand it. 2016, I think, is a Ford Escape. Also got a little bit of damage to the front. Here's another Ford 2018, 128,000 miles, XLT. It's got the camper shell on it too. I like the color. Another repossession. Leather interior, black leather. It's got some miles on it too. Goodness. And just going on down the road, man, there's a Kia repossession. Here's a Chrysler Capital Nissan repo, another F-150 repo. a Jeep, good Lord. Jeep Cherokee, smashed, repossession. We got a, is it a Dodge Journey or is this a Caravan? What is this? This is a Dodge Journey, Chrysler Capital, smashed. It looks like somebody just, like, this is no joke. Do you see this hood? Do you see all the gouges, all the scratches and scuffs? The whole vehicle's like that. I mean, every inch of this thing looks like somebody drove it through a barbed wire fence. I think that's what they did. I do. I think they drove this through a barbed wire fence. The whole vehicle, guys. It doesn't matter where you look. The whole thing is scuffed and scraped. All of it. Rusted. Yeah. This is what happens, man. People are like, oh, it's up for repo. Well, they don't care. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. That looks like somebody just scribbled all over it with rocks. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. And here, how about this? A 2015 Nissan Altima. Yes, smashed in the front too. Good Lord, with 250,000 miles on the odometer. No joke. 250,000 miles. Here's another Hyundai Santander. A little bit of a bump in the front there. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I think there's not much up here that we're going to want to look at, so we're going to walk over this way. There's another MKZ right there. These are all going to be repos, guys. So we're going to check out this last row of repos here, and then we're going to call it a wrap. All right, we're going to finish up these repos with this Mazda right here. 100,000 miles, 2016, smashed in the front, repossession. Right next to it, another repo, 2018 Kia Forte, I assume. What's wrong with this door? Oh man, that door ain't supposed to open that far, I don't think. Does it close? Sort of. Well, they've obviously got that open for a reason. Maybe they're trying to dry it off. I don't know. Wow. A 2017 Dodge Caravan. Repossession. This one's got a busted window. Very, very busted window. But aside from that, it doesn't look too bad. BMW through Chrysler Capital over there. Here's a 2018 Ram 1500. 140,000 miles. Repo. You got a Chevy Silverado. 2015 back there, repo through Chrysler. Here's a 2019 Ram, repo through Santander. 2018 GMC, repo through Santander. Right behind it, you got an F-150, repo through Chrysler Capital. You know, here's the crazy thing though. They put wheels on this thing, man. You know, they put wheels and these undersized tires to make it look really cool. But they didn't pay the car note. I'm going to tell you right now, if it came down to having my wheels or having my truck, I'd dump the wheels, find me some cheap stockers, throw them back on, sell these, try to make a few dollars, maybe be able to make my truck payment. But that's just me. Over here, another one, 2019 F-150 Santander. Front end's knocked off of it. You got a Ford Flex over there, 2016 Santander. Little Jeep. Here's a little Buick somebody stuck a hood emblem on. Surely that's not factory, guys. I don't, it's a 2016 Buick Cascadia. I actually really like these. This is a premium with 46,000 miles, repo. And what do we got over here? Another little Nissan, repo. Chrysler Capital, Lincoln MKZ, repo. Oh, that's not all. You thought we were done? No. This is why I'm telling you that this is concerning. You have to understand, this is not the only dealer auction in Oklahoma City. Okay, there are several auctions out here. This is just one of them. And everything that you're looking at right now, it's all repossessions right here at one auction in Oklahoma City. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, that raises a lot of red flags. It's quite concerning. You got a Mustang right here, repoed. You got a Mitsubishi, what is that, an Outlander or something? Repo. Oh no, wow. God, that's brand new. Guys, this is a 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander. It's brand new. This is brand new, and it's already repoed. It's only got 5,000 miles on the odometer. Are you kidding me? Wow. It's things like this I don't understand. You know, how? And this thing can't be more than a few months old. It's like somebody went in and bought it and they just didn't pay for it. Stuff like that just doesn't make any sense to me, man. It doesn't make any sense at all. I gotta at least look at the interior. I've never seen one of these brand new, so I'm kind of curious what they look like on the interior. Well, honestly, it's really not impressive. It smells like smoke. Ugh. So this, I thought this was a Mitsubishi Outlander. Turns out it's a Mitsubishi Eclipse. Are you kidding me? I'm not joking. Number 1, Mitsubishi. Number 2, Eclipse. Now, it does say Cross at the end, but that's like calling the Mach-E a Mustang. You know what I mean? It's not a Mustang, guys. The Mach-E is not a Mustang. This is a Mustang. All right? This is a proper Mustang. 2019 Mustang GT. The Mach-E is not a Mustang. It's just not. And this thing, this abomination, this is not a Mitsubishi Eclipse. I don't care. I don't care. It's not. 2019 Nissan Repo. I don't have to call them out. You can see them. A Chevy back there. Repo. Another Kia. Repo. Chrysler. Repo. And here we go with some more. Nissan 2022. Here's a 2020 Hyundai. There's a 2020, what is that? Let me get a better look at that. Is that a Ford? Yeah. Here you got a 2022 Chevy Spark, I assume, or is this called a Bolt or something, or a Volt? It's a Spark. I don't know. I don't know too much about these little cars. You see what I mean? A Toyota, another F-150, just repo after repo. Oh my goodness. A smart car. Somebody was just asking me the other day if I came across a smart car to let him know because he wanted one. And I'll be damned if we don't have one sitting right here as a repossession through Chrysler Capital. 2015, 54,000 miles on the odometer. Chrome hubcaps from AutoZone. Tires look to be in decent shape. The body is okay. The paint is not so great, but hell, man, I don't know. How much does a smart car even go for? I could buy one of these just for the views, man. Just to drive it once and sell it, you know. Oh, wow, that's loud. That's... yeah, you know, it runs. And somebody put FEC on the dash. What does that mean? Feces? Fecal? You got some money. Glove box. I don't know about this, man. I really don't. Air compressor kicks on. I hear like a secondary air injection pump whining. Oh, it's completely out of gas. I was wanting to take this for a test drive. Goes backwards. Goes forwards. The brakes feel very strange. Oh. No power steering. Alright. Gotcha. No power steering on this. Let's kick that AC up just a little bit. Make sure it's all the way on cold. Yeah, I could buy this, I guess. It's got some cigarette burns. It's definitely well used. Sounds good though. Air conditioning's ice cold. I don't know how far I'd drive this thing, but what kind of cargo space we got back here is what I need to know. Is it not open? That opens. And then what? That's it? Got some floor mats. Alright. Well, I'm going to pull up Black Book on this because if I could get this for like, I don't know, it's old. It's got some miles on it. It's a repossession. If I could get this for like, I don't know, 4,500 bucks, I think I'd buy this one, guys. Well, just my luck. It says that you should be able to get this for about $4,625. So, guess what? I'm going to put this one on the list. I really don't know. But I'm going to put it on on the list anyway, man. Repossession. Something tells me it's not going to go for $4,600. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. It is kind of rough. Let's finish this out. Oh man. A Ram 2500, 40,000 miles, 2022. Repossessed. Oh, I like this. Too bad this is a V6. But you got a 2019 Dodge Charger, repo. Right behind it, 2022 Ram, repo. 2021 Jeep Cherokee repo, 2020 Cherokee repo, 2021 Compass repo. Here's a 2020 Dodge Journey repo. All of them, guys. Every single one of the cars down this whole aisle. And then all of the cars that we showed you on the first aisle when we first started this video, these are all repossessions, and these are at one auction this 1 week. One auction this week in this one city. So if it is this bad here, I can only imagine that it's probably this bad or worse almost everywhere else. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Definitely drop your comments below and tell me what you're seeing in your area. Are things just as bad where you are, or is it isolated to where I'm at? I don't know, because I can't be everywhere at once, but you guys are all over the country and all over the world. So drop your comments below and tell me what's going on in your neck of the woods. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.